Alright, so we're back. So it's getting pretty dark now. So that's a rock gym across the street. It's fairly small though. There's a bigger one a few blocks north. And then there's some apartment buildings, condo buildings in this area. Movie theater right here, big movie theater right there. And then we'll just go a few blocks south into downtown so I can show you the Christmas lights. It should be pitch black by the time we get there. It's like 2 blocks south, 3 blocks south. Those were just built like 2 years ago. I'm not sure what they are, condos or apartments. But I guarantee you they're paying way more than what I pay for a house, I guarantee that. Any new apartments now, even the 1 bedrooms here in Ogden go for at least $800-900 if they're newer. And the 2 bedrooms, they go for over $1,000 if it's newer buildings. So here's some beautiful old buildings across the street. So there's the old Wells Fargo Bank building. Currently it's vacant, abandoned. Well, not abandoned, I mean, somebody owns it, but it's vacant. But they're looking to renovate it eventually. Possibly turn it into apartments, maybe retail on the bottom floor. But so far it hasn't happened. I'm surprised it hasn't happened actually. And then they built a new building over here. So the downtown's fairly small, just a few buildings. And then here's one of the fancy hotels right here at this intersection. Here's a convention center. I should be on the other side of the street. It would show much better if I was on the other side. And then here's the Egyptian Theater. It's actually really nice inside. It's really fancy on the inside. And then here's the second nice downtown hotel right on this corner. They actually had a big Christmas parade here yesterday, but I was working so I didn't see it. I saw it last year, so I don't really care to see it. But that's another beautiful fancy downtown hotel. So this whole entire block is all lit up. And then that's the city hall. ride on over to 25th Street so I can show you some really cool old buildings that have now been turned into bars, boutiques, restaurants. But it's really pretty with the snow, and this is unusual. We can go like a whole month of December, January, February, an entire month with no snow.
My fault, my dude.
Okay, you got it.
We'll go across the street so it'll be faster before this battery runs down. Battery could die. It's really cold out, like 20 degrees. My hands are freezing. But one of the reasons why I live in Ogden is because of ski resort, which is already opened. It's December 1st. Ski resort just opened yesterday. All the ski resorts now, I think, are opening. And they'll start running the bus in 2 weeks, and then the bus will run all the way till the end of March. And so I'll be skiing like every week, 2-3 times a week, from mid-December all the way through the end of March. So that's one of the main reasons I moved here to Ogden. And what's also cool about Ogden is the top of the ski resort is actually that mountain that's 2 miles from here. Well, the base of the mountain's 2 miles from here. The top's probably like 4 miles, 5 miles. But what would be really cool, and they've actually talked about doing it, but they've never proposed it, would be to put a gondola somewhere downtown Ogden, and then it would take about 7 miles, and then the gondola would connect to the ski resort at the top. It would be like, I think it's like 6 or 7 miles. But if they ever did that, that would be really cool, because then I could just ride my bike to the gondola, and on the gondola would be at the ski resort like in 30-40 minutes. And you'd be at the top. That would be what would be so cool about it, is you'd be at the tops and you could start skiing. But I have no clue if they'll ever actually do it. It would cost a lot of money to do it. And then the other thing too is, the negative is it might destroy Ogden. It might just bring in all the yuppies and all the you know, and turn it into like other ski towns where it's all wrecked by the snobs, the rich snobs. So it's like, it's a double-edged sword. It's basically, if they did it, it would be really cool because you get to the ski resort quicker and it would be really awesome. But then the problem is, if it brings in all the snobs, then it would change the character of the town and it would wreck the town. So that's the negative. So I'm going to go all the way down to the train station. I'll show you the train station, the old, beautiful brick building. And then from there I'll turn the camera off because my hand is literally frozen. But I wanted to do this because it's really nice with the foot of snow. Actually, it'd be pretty to film it when it actually is snowing, when the snow is everywhere. That would actually be even better. And then here's the beautiful brick train station right across the street. I'm not sure how old it is, maybe 90 years, maybe 100-year-old. And then further down, about a block that way, is a new train station. It's fairly small. And then those are the commuter trains to Salt Lake. So every hour, 30 minutes in rush hour, you can take a commuter train to downtown Salt Lake City. It takes 1 hour to get there. The trains start running like 5 a.m., 6 a.m., and then they run all the way to like midnight every hour. And then during rush hour, they run every 30 minutes. And that's going back and forth to Salt Lake. And you can go past Salt Lake all the way to Provo if you wanted to. If you wanted to, you can go all the way to Provo, which is an hour south of Salt Lake. So that's like a 2-hour train trip. I try to go to Salt Lake City about once a month. However, now because I'm single, because I told you what's happened with my relationship, how it ended, my husband just left me basically for no reason. I think he found some other guy, probably some rich guy, who knows. But he just totally just turned into a jerk and just totally left me, broke up with me for no reason. And because of that, see, that's the new train station. Because of that, I'm now single. So I'll probably be going to Salt Lake more often, maybe once a week now. But then in the wintertime, I won't be going because I go skiing instead. Unless I go skiing at Snowbird or Alta, then I will go to Salt Lake because you got to catch the bus from Salt Lake to go skiing at those 2 ski resorts. But I think I'm going to turn the camera off. My hands are pretty cold and there's really nothing pretty in this area.